Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Ishaya from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I want to give an infinite honor and glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Raka'at Kodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the whole select out there. Just a quick message. Lord willing, I hope this quick message is edifying. This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Once we got in this truth and start learning and becoming more of a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, start learning and becoming more of a man regardless, man. Start learning how to handle things, how to apply things from the scriptures, man. Once we start becoming men, right, we put away that old man. There's no reason to go back to doing what you used to do or go back to being how you used to be, man, right? Once you step foot in this thing, man, you should be head on serious about it, right? And putting forth an action and doing what's required of you and what's expected of you. To hell how you feel and how you think, man. This is bigger than this, you know? That childish thing is that worldly thing. That childish thing is that fleshly thing, man. That old man. And you cannot grow with the new you, man, as long as you're trying to still be a part of that old you, man. You got to come up out of that, right? This is Mark 2:22. It says, and no man put of new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doeth burst bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred, but new wine must be put into new bottles, man. So once you get this truth, this wisdom and knowledge and stability, you start learning and you start becoming better. You better you, man, and better in yourself for the better, man, because at the end of the day, we're fighting for salvation. That's all that matters, man. So once you start becoming that new you and start growing into how the Lord wants you to be, right, how He wants your mind to be, you need to put off that old shit, because it's not beneficial into that new. You can't put that old wine into that new bottle, man. It's going to burst it. That new wine into that old bottle is going to burst it, man. So you can't put the old things with the new things. You can't put the new things with the old things, man. But you definitely can't pour those new qualities, those special traits that the truth gives you, man, into the old you. How much sense that make? You had to become new in order to even take heed to this word. You had to be brought down. You had to be humbled. You had to take heed to this word and grow all over again. Because once you stepped in this truth, you became a babe. You had to learn how to do tummy time and roll over and crawl and stand up, and you had to wobbly legs and fall back down and get back up and walk again, man. And learned how to walk and then moving forward. So you can't put nothing new that you have learned, because everything that you have learned moving forward and stepping into this truth doesn't mix well with everything that you knew in that world, man. When you was being wicked, when you knew not the truth. You see what I'm saying? So you can't pour nothing new into something old. You can't pour something old into something new, man. It doesn't mix well. So you have to get rid of those bad qualities. When you step foot in this truth, you can't have a hold of those bad things about yourself. Now I'm gonna say this, man, through the Spirit, man. Hey, when you whatever, and it was always that something about yourself. The Lord had that characteristic about you. The Lord always had with you, man. You might have been more brotherly, right? You might been always a brother. You might been always you can always hear and listen, right? Be there for people. You know, you might have been very disciplined, you know, to where you're on point, you're sharp, you know, quick to learn, right? whatever it may be, you had certain traits and qualities about yourself that when you came over, you expounded, you filtered it through the spirit, and it helps you in the truth. But I'm not speaking on that. So I had to clear that up, because I'm not saying that certain things that you had about yourself in the world that it was bad, because if you can filter it through the spirit and it helps you benefit and help others benefit in this truth, then okay. Because speaking on myself, I was always brotherly. I always been like a very loyal person, man. And I always been very dedicated and determined to get things handled, and that benefited me in this truth, being very determined and very brotherly. But I'm not speaking from that. I'm speaking for that nigga nature that you had about yourself. You can't bring that into this truth, man. You can't bring that and trying to become a new you, man. You can't bring that and trying to grow through the spirit, man. You got to choose. You want this world that's going to be destroyed, or you want this life everlasting that's forever, this kingdom, But it's a lot. You're being along with it. I'm going to get this. I'm done. As James 1:21 says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. Lay apart all that BS, man. All that worldly nature, that childish worldly nature, that nigga way of being, and take heed to this truth, which make you a man, which save your soul, which save you, man, from the destruction that's coming to this place, man. Take heed. Take heed, man. This is Philippians 3:13. It says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. So moving forward, man, it's bigger than us, man. We working on ourselves and we doing what we got to do, man, because we want that crown of life. We want that reward from Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So moving forward, not backwards, man. Put off that old way of being, that old way of thinking, and put on this new way, this true way, this way that's going to save you. And with that, I'm going to close out and give an infinite honor and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Akwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole elect out there. Shalom.